Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Higher or Lower. Today, we're doing draft picks. Do you think this guy was picked higher in the draft or lower in the draft than the dude next to him? We got Jimmy and Jake going together, me and Dalton Feely. Trevor Plouffe's in the house. He's going as well. This is going to be a fantastic episode, and it was all brought to you by HelloFresh, today's sponsor. Thank you to them. Guys, fall is right around the corner, and you want to have the best recipe plan possible, and you can do it with HelloFresh. The key to dinnertime success is variety, and HelloFresh has over 40 different recipes for you to choose from on a weekly basis. They've got the healthier foods, the tastier foods, the foods for the whole family. Any plan you think you might need, HelloFresh will make available for you. When your life gets busy like I know it will, don't call for delivery, don't go grocery shopping, use HelloFresh. It's 25% cheaper than those other two options, and you're getting the same great nutrients, arguably even healthier options with HelloFresh. You're going to get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients so you can get to cooking quick. So click the link in our description or go to HelloFresh.com and use code 50BASEBALL for 50% off and free shipping on your order. It's America's #1 meal kit plan, and you can get started today. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring us. Now let's get into today's episode of Higher or Lower.
What's up, George?
Slot and Veter.
Hey, I'm first rounder. This is second rounder. Today we're doing Higher or Lower draft picks.
That was so toxic.
Ooh, okay. That means who got drafted. We're gonna work on it together, okay?
Wait, I gotta burp. No, we're not using that.
Yeah, we're using it. If you burp on camera, Audio Jack's putting it in.
You got to think higher because Miami always had a lot of high draft picks because they were bad.
Ooh, I love that, Jim.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. This is purely a vibes one for me. I have literally
I have
no
no
idea
idea.
about draft picks.
No idea. If it's like more recent, I might have a shot. But
Well,
not.
we know it was the Marlins, and that makes me think they had a pretty
Lower.
high pick.
That's right. Lower being a
Lower would be a higher.
Oh, this. I mean, I should know this right away.
Shouldn't you know this guy?
I know Christian. He's a friend of mine.
He feels like a lower draft pick.
Really, I was gonna say he feels like he was a higher draft pick. I feel like Tim Anderson, I feel like Yelich was talked about. In my head, Tim Anderson was like a late first round pick who people didn't expect to be that good and then turned out better than expected, whereas Yelich is like a guy who was supposed to be really good. So I would have him top 15 draft pick.
So higher would be the lower number.
Yes.
Just clarifying.
Right? Higher draft pick means he's a lower number.
Tim Anderson was a 17th pick. What was Christian Yelich? I know Christian was a first rounder. So if he was picked 16th, we would say he was a higher pick or a lower pick.
I would say lower as in the
I
number
think-
is lower for
So
the draft.
before we
but
proceed,
higher draft.
Max texted me clarification. Okay, so I get to kind of decide. I think higher makes sense for a higher draft pick.
Higher as in it's if you're the #1 overall pick, you're higher.
Yes.
You're a higher draft.
The number will be lower, but the pick is higher. So we're
Have fun with that.
Are we? So if Yelich is a top 10 pick, he's higher.
I think he's higher.
Cool. So let's go higher.
Don't be a comp pick. No. Yeah.
Going with my gut, I would say higher. But I think Tim Anderson that's very surprisingly high, so I feel like it's going to be lower. Higher.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's wrong.
He was a Miami Marlins first round pick.
Oh, just good.
So I think
call.
I'm going to go a higher pick, which would mean he was 16th or above.
I think so. I think that's a good justification. 23rd pick.
So we lost. The first one's no good for us.
Yeah, I think he was picked
Well,
fifth
he was.
overall.
It's higher. Next.
Wrong.
Jimmy. Oh,
Wrong.
we had it reversed.
Yeah. You want to go for wrongs now?
We had it.
We can be 1-0 if we go for wrongs.
I'm afraid if we go for wrongs, we get it right.
I mean, he could just definitely be a 17th pick.
Yeah, I have him higher. My only thought process of him being lower is he's kind of a smaller guy and maybe
Size-wise?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe that in the draft they always take the guys who look like studs, where Trey Turner doesn't look like your traditional baseball stud. Isn't he sneaky? When he came to the league, people were like, "Oh, we didn't know he had that kind of power."
Trey think
Turner.
is a high pick. Both are friends of ours.
What's tough is I feel like I have my what I think and then what I think Jolly wants us to think.
Turner, I believe, was a compensation pick, and that makes me think that he was a lower draft pick.
Yeah, comp picks are usually going to be in the 30s.
He's just definitely, he's just tall.
I have zero lean.
He
on this.
feels short, but we met him. He's 6'3".
He is very tall. How tall is Trey Turner?
He was
Trey Turner he's tall, but we're also not that tall.
When he came to the office, he towered over everyone.
6'2".
Trey Turner higher. Nats were garbage.
Higher, Nats are garbage.
Nice.
23rd overall pick. Do you think Trey Turner was a higher pick or a lower pick than that?
Padres pick. I think higher.
What do you think?
You in on higher?
All right, we're going higher. Smack.
I'm cool with it being he was a later draft pick. We suck at this.
This is
Yeah,
all
I don't
vibes.
know.
I think lower.
Lower? Go lower.
Lower.
Yeah, like that makes sense.
Trey Turner 13th. Gavin Lux. Now, this is a Dodger pick. I believe he's always been with the Dodgers.
I think so.
I think so, too.
At least did a lot of his minor league matriculating.
Out of
with them.
Wisconsin.
Gavin Lux lower. Dodgers are always good.
Gavin Lux lower next. 2-1.
Gavin
Wrong.
Lux, I have higher than Trey Turner.
He was high.
He was high. I think this is a higher.
Higher.
What? Okay, we know nothing.
We know nothing.
Lux, I'm pretty sure
He's
is
right around
is
this
a top
range.
10 pick.
Yeah, I think he's
Higher?
I think like it's funny that you say that. I think he's like 11.
I'm
We
scared.
both no. This one's right. He's higher.
Okay,
He's
higher.
higher. No, he's not. No, he's not. That's not right.
Have we ever started 0 for 3?
It doesn't seem to me like the Dodgers would have a pick higher than 13th.
I feel like I've seen a 20-something.
Like a compensation pick. Let's go lower for this one. Okay, 20. You know who else is the 20th overall pick?
I think somebody in this room, and it wasn't me.
Wasn't you. Future higher than 20. You better beat me.
Pressure's
All
on.
Now, interesting. Nimmo might have been drafted around the time the Mets were good those 2 years and had higher picks. He's been around for 4 years now. And then you think maybe it's 2023. Maybe he got drafted in the minors. Say give him 3-4 years in the minors. So 7 years ago is 2016. That's when the Mets were good. They were in the NLCS in 15. Maybe he's drafted around then. So I don't know where that lands us here because 20's kind of, I would think maybe he's lower.
All right, Brandon Nimmo, who I believe has been also with
I
the
think
Mets.
He's been all Mets. That could be kind of all over the board.
Let's go higher. Let's play the game. Yep.
All right, cool.
Yep.
don't
Okay,
know draft
I
picks.
have to get this right. Nimmo, I think, is for sure higher. Okay.
Not like I'm helping anyway.
I'm hitting it. Okay, we
Nice.
needed that. We needed that.
Lower. It was higher.
What do you think here? Do you think Nimmo was a higher pick than this or a lower pick than this? I'll go with what you think. You think higher? You're a Mets guy. What do you think?
I think
They've
I
been
think
right
we're
so
on
far.
higher.
Let's do it.
They've been more right than us. 13th pick.
I like that. That makes sense.
Lucas Giolito, higher or lower? I would say lower.
I think this is no, but he came up with the Flaherty, and
Do you think Giolito was a top 10 pick in the draft?
I kind of do.
Let's go higher then.
Oh, close though.
higher. Giolito is higher, I think.
I was confident. I'm good for this.
I'm pretty sure he's higher. Fuck! Damn it!
Giolito higher.
Giolito is lower.
He's a low pick?
Yeah.
Nice.
Lucas.
Okay, now I know this one for sure.
I was gonna say, I think you should have this back of your hand.
I think it's higher. 13th overall pick. I think Giolito
Yeah.
was a higher pick than that.
Nats selection
Yeah, Nats exactly, and
was
he was a stud.
he was like
Out
one of
of
the
high
best pitchers
school.
out of high school. That year.
Yes, we're going higher. Oh my gosh,
That hurts.
We're 1-4. We have to sweep the rest of this.
Higher.
Are you sure?
Manoa. This is interesting. First round pick out of West Virginia.
Now, do you know who Alec Manoa is? Okay, he's starting pitcher for the Blue Jays. Lucas, who you guys have met before many times, 16th pick. Yeah,
Two tall dudes.
I believe that's a Blue Jays pick. Manoa.
I think he's been straight Jays.
The 16th. This is
I
middle.
think he was like a really high pick.
You do?
Alec Manoa, higher or lower? I would say higher.
Yeah.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Fact.
Higher.
Not that you're mocking me.
Yes.
Lower.
I think lower.
He doesn't throw gas. I feel like to be a.
It's higher.
What's your first instinct, higher or lower for Alec Manoa, Isla? What do you think? Well, that's not good for us.
I feel like I remember at some point we talked about how like high a draft pick he was.
Let's go.
But it's a first round pick. So
If you have that in your mind,
first round pick, so they are all high picks. I think I'm on higher.
oh wow,
I am convinced that Corey Seager is the most Yankee non-Yankees that's ever existed.
Seager's gotta be top 10.
Was Corey Seager a top 10 pick? I would say yes.
He's athletic. Shortstop position usually gets high.
Lefty swing, baseball pedigree.
Brother, known.
Okay, Corey Seager, Dodgers
Seager.
draft pick.
I think he's higher.
Then 11?
Yeah, I feel like we haven't. I think technically we haven't broken the top 10 yet, so maybe that's a pattern. Maybe there are no top 10 picks in the draft.
All right, we'll go higher.
Okay, so that's a pattern to look at. We haven't gotten a top 10 pick.
Well,
My
we'll
vibes
do
say higher pick. Pitting it.
Should we fade? Does this feel like a fade the fade one though?
It wasn't until you said it, and now I'm all twisted up. This is like when Katie says, "Did we shut the garage door?" And I'm like, "Well, now I have to get out of bed and check."
Yeah, Seager's lower. Yep. See.
Nice.
I gotta go lower here. A top 10 pick. Dodgers haven't had a top 10 pick since,
think it
since
would've
Moe
been-
was a minnow.
I don't know what year Corey was drafted, but he's not very old.
What do you think, Isla?
Lower.
Hammer it. Got it. Got it.
Now I don't know. From Canada,
Oh my God.
Braves. Not the tallest cat. On
You
the
don't think
mound,
Mike Soroka is the tallest cat on a mound?
and also not a flamethrower. And usually, like the high-end picks for pitchers are like lefty, flamethrower, big old body.
Mike Soroka. I feel like he should be, I feel like higher.
Dude, I could not have less of an opinion on this one right here.
I mean-
I've never had less of an opinion on a take.
I think Soroka was a high draft pick.
I think so. I think he was one of those Braves like bottom out years.
I think higher. I think
higher. There's some room between 1 and 18 there.
But also in my mind, I'm like, was he a comp pick?
We haven't had a comp pick yet.
I know, and I feel like
gaming the
whoever made this
game.
is trying to trick us a little bit. What do you feel? You've been pretty good on this.
And Teddy, you've been all over it.
Okay, Mike Soroka, starting pitcher for the Braves. What do you think? Okay, this is not. You guys aren't helping. That's fine. Beavers, we got to do this one on our own.
All right.
All right, Corey Seager,
hard
18th
mode.
overall pick. Mike Soroka. We're thinking Braves lean year, so he could have been a higher pick.
Higher? But
Somewhere
now I'm
upstairs.
scared because, like, the no offense to these guys, but the worst players have been the higher draft picks. You're hitting high. Good. You are unbelievable. We got 2 right?
To take the not tallest cat who's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Top 18? That's insane. It's lower. Do we just win?
Sound logic for every single pick.
I think he's 15.
If you know where, if you knew where Mike Soroka was drafted, what? Unless you're a diehard Braves fan, what are you doing?
But even then, I don't.
Yeah, what?
I think we lock it in as higher.
I think when he got drafted is those years they were picking high up.
Let's lock it in as higher.
All right.
Tough to end like that.
Well, really, what does high or low or even mean? And